Hey, mamas and friends, welcome to Unplug with Just Wit, the uplifting podcast where we dive into faith, family, and motherhood. I'm your host, Just Wit, and I am beyond excited to have you here with me. So let's get started. Hey, everybody, we are back with another episode of Unplug with Just Wit. But today I have a super special guest, and I just want to go all out and say she's an entrepreneur, she's a personal stylist. Let's add best-selling author to the list because that thing did happen. And she is out here making fashion accessible to everyone by empowering everyone. So let's welcome Miss Brenda Gonzalez, the founder of Style by B. Hey, Brenda girl.
Hey, Whitney. Thank you so much for having me. I love that intro. It was so good.
Girl, that's because you're good, okay?
Oh, thank you. I try.
And for those of you that are listening, so if you're not on YouTube, this recording is on YouTube, and I decided to use a virtual background, and it's gonna look a little crazy, but we already here and we already in a mix. So, Brenda, do you care to share just, a little bit about your style journey? Because, honey, your Instagram be popping.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I tried to do aesthetics, and that's really the magic of branding. So for my Instagram looking a certain way, my LinkedIn looks the same, TikTok looks the same. I'm Styled by B on TikTok as well. LinkedIn, you can actually find my LinkedIn page. I don't know how to put it on here, but styledbyb.net is my website. All my handles are connected there. So earlier this year, I did some rebranding in February, and that's after being in business for about going on 4 years. I'm going on 5 years at this point. But 5 years ago, I decided to do a career change. So I worked in an insurance business for 15 years. And no matter how I was doing all the things, I was doing all the things for everybody. I was climbing the corporate ladder and taking on responsibilities and volunteering, doing all the things. And I was never happy. I was never satisfied. And that's because I wasn't supposed to be there. Like, I'm a fashion person. I went to FIT in my 20s. Somehow my life took a detour and I ended up doing insurance. And I did that for a long time, but I knew that something wasn't right inside. Like, I was like, this is not working. Like, I don't, right? Like, you're in a place for a while and sometimes you got to shake it up a little bit. I'm like, this is not my identity. This is not who I am. So I started my fashion business the same time I was working, going on 5 years ago. And since that point, I've been going through a lot of different changes. So I worked a full-time job. I held at 1.4 different jobs, like at the same time. And what I was finding, so I'm half Jamaican. So that's kind of natural for us. I don't know if you're familiar with Jamaican culture, but
Yes.
or you are. Okay. So it's culturally embedded into us to always be working, always be doing something. So I had 4 jobs at one point. At the same time, I was running my styling business. And then I was like, you know what, I can't focus on any one thing. Yes, I can get my job done because I've been doing it for so long. I can literally do it in my sleep, but I need to focus on growing this thing. It's like a baby. Like my styling business is like my baby. Like, I know what I want to say. I know who I want, the women I want to style. I know what I want them to say with their style. I want them to help. I want to help them find their style identity. And I can't really communicate my message effectively when I'm doing all these other things. So I've been a solo full-time entrepreneur for a year now. And I decided
Congratulations.
oh, thank you. Thank you so much. So since my rebranding in February, I feel like my message and my image has been a lot clearer on what I want to present. So it's very feminine, it's very pretty, it's very pink. It's very clear that I focus on femininity and making women feel beautiful and sexy and bold and powerful in all those ways. And all body types, all women, all body types. I style men as well. I style men, masculine men, and I style feminine women. So I'm very traditional in that sense in my styling. But I want women to feel confident. A lot of my clients are in the plus size range. There are women who are at a certain place in their life where they've probably done all the things. They're married, they have the kids, they have the career.
Yes.
And it's like they're looking for something to feel alive. Like, you get caught in like a cycle where you keep doing the things all over again, the same things over and over again, but you don't really feel alive. You're just like going through the motions. So what I've been able to accomplish with my styling is shaking things up a little bit. Like, you need to feel like you all the time. You need to feel like an individual, regardless of your responsibilities, your job titles. A lot of my clients are businesswomen, serial entrepreneurs, they're corporate executives. They have a lot of things going on and they tend to put themselves last. So that's where I come in and I'm like, we're not going to do that. We're going to put yourself first. I want to get you dressed to feel like who you are. The plus size market, I found that there's like something a little weird going on between the sizing of like 14 and 18. Like, those are the sizes that are in between. You're at the bottom of the plus size and you're at the top of the regular size. So it's really hard to find clothes that make you feel beautiful and alive and feminine in that range. So that's something that I've been focusing on and educating my audience and my women on how to be feminine based on your desires, your styles, your preferences. Even if you're conservative, you can still stand out. You can still make bold statements with color blocking. You can make statements with monochrome effect if you're conservative. If you are fashion forward, there's a way to do things where you are adding a little touch without being too much. My audience is women that are, I would say, like 28 to 50. So these are women who are not teenagers. Like, if you want to look young, you want to wear the trends, but you want to look age appropriate. You want to look sexy, age appropriate, and you want to be bold and forward without doing too much, So
Yeah, we want to keep something in,
yeah,
I
we
don't
want
want
to keep a little
everything hanging
something.
out.
And a lot of us, like that are
Absolutely.
mothers, we have like the little mom pouch, so we can't wear the stuff we want to wear if we want to. Like we don't want the pouch
Yeah.
hanging off. So, and we don't necessarily want to show it either. I have my moments too. Sometimes I can wear a bodycon dress, depending on the time of the month. I cannot. So there's ways to
Yes.
yeah. So there's ways to like drape fabric so that you don't have to show the things you don't want to show. A lot of women are insecure about like their arms, a little flab under the arm. There's ways to conceal that without making it obvious that that's what you're concealing. Play up your assets, downplay the things that you are not comfortable with, and you can still wear the trends. You can still, I talk a lot about designer fashion. I don't know how much time we have. I know I talk a lot, but how to get designer on a budget. So that's what I have. And, let me know
So
if
I'm
you,
gonna I'm gonna
yeah,
stop you right there because I do want to talk
yes,
about designer on a budget. But
yes.
you touched on a couple of things that I want
Mhm.
to get into because you got a lot of stuff going on. So
I do.
first thing you talked about, because my platform is I'm a mom, basically for
Hmm.
moms, right?
Hmm.
And I know what happens a lot of time after postpartum, our bodies can change and
Hmm.
we can either love our bodies or hate our bodies. And I'm probably one of the few that may like I love how my body changed after postpartum. Like the weight shifted differently, but I got my little mom pouch down there, but I'm like, I wasn't used to that now. I'm like, hold on, that's not going in because I had a C-section too. So I'm like, wait, that ain't
Okay.
going in like it's supposed to. So can
Hmm.
you talk about how, or you have any tips on how to like style yourself after postpartum? Like, what can moms do to
Hmm.
feel good?
So what I would recommend for postpartum, because every like you said, everyone's body is different. Every woman does things differently. For the mommy pouch, I usually have looser fabric around the midsection, even if it's a dress. Like there's a draping pattern that's like like see my fingers like this, like it drapes like
Yep.
this, so that way it kind of conceals any unwanted extra skin or flab there. So that's a cheat code to dress like that. Also, I would say I have cellulite. So I don't know if I had cellulite before I had kids, but I do now. So I wear a lot of skirts that are like to my knee, so you can't really see the cellulite. The beach is a different story, but I wear a lot of skirts that are to my knee, a lot of high waist. I need a high waist jean. I cannot do without it because it hides what I need to high waist, like above the belly button, like so like to my waist, like super high.
Okay.
That's something that, you can wear to help give you the hourglass figure. For one, it makes the appearance of a cinch waist, also gives you the hourglass figure. For tops, what would we do for tops? I don't know. I think it depends on the season, but I also have a style guide called 5 Things That You Need to Have in Your Closet.
I wanna
For
talk about that too, the
yeah.
style guide that you do
Hmm.
have, because I think that is going to help our listeners too get the
Hmm.
style guide and let
Yeah.
it help you. So, yeah, can you just talk about that just a little bit? You can as much or
Hmm.
as little because we want them to get the guide, right? So they can
Yeah,
really
of
get all of
course.
the tea, but just let
Yeah.
them know what to expect in a guide.
Okay, sure. So the 5 things that you must have in your closet for women. I also have one for men, mind you, because I have male clients as well. So 5 staples you must have in your closet. One of them is the high waist jean that I mentioned. The second is a button-up white shirt. That also includes a button-up white dress shirt. These things look good on every body type, every size, every complexion. The third thing is going to be like a layered chain necklace. So I was running and I was rushing, but if I had a layered necklace right now, that would kind of like step up my look a little bit without doing too much. And it's usually all together. Like you can buy the layered necklaces that are just one, so you're not like layering, extra stuff because we don't have time either. Like if you're an entrepreneur mom, you don't have
No.
time. You need to grab that one thing and put that thing on. So that's something that would help upgrade your look. A pair of loafers that goes for all year. All of these things are for all year. You can wear them if you live in a place like New York, like me, that has all the seasons. You can wear a loafer all year round. You can mix it and match. You can even wear loafers and shorts. I do show you how to do that in my style guide. And I think that's it. So we have the high waist, it's 5. So high waist jeans, white button up shirt, layered chain necklace, the loafers. Oh, the 5th thing is a camisole. So if you have a silk camisole with like the lace, you can wear that in the summer, and then the winter, for us, it's kind of cold. It's 30 something degrees. So you can have like a turtleneck sweater, and then you put the lace camisole over it, and that takes your style to the next level. Instead of just wearing like a plain turtleneck, you put a camisole over it, and it's like instant style. So those are 5 things that you need to
Mm.
have. That's on my website, stylebybee.net. So definitely.
So, as you were talking, I'm, like, mentally going through my closet, and I'm like, I have almost all of those things, I think.
Good.
I'm going to take a look and see, and when I dress myself up,
Mhm.
Imma send you a picture, girl. Imma send you a picture.
Yes, send me the picture because you can mix and match those same things. Those are like we call it staples in the fashion industry. It's called staples. So like things that don't go out of style for a long time. So you can take those things and you can remix them with just about every season, most occasions that you go to work, casual, brunch, like date night. Like you can take those things that I gave you and see how you can be imaginative and remixing them into stuff that you already have. Like for the white button up shirt, you might wear it with a, the dress with a leather jacket. For the chain
Mm.
necklace, maybe you will put that on like a dress or a top like this, or like you can try to play and see how you can fit those pieces into everything. So it's about imagination, be imagination and creativity with the base that you have.
Girl, you got me thinking about some stuff to wear on date night
Mhm.
because so I don't know if I went through this phase where I had to have like the white button up shirt, but girl, I went in my
Mhm.
closet and I'm like, 1, 2, 3. I had like 3 of them, and then I had 2
Oh yeah.
dresses. I'm
Hmm.
what? I might have got them on sale or forgot I had them, to be honest,
Yeah,
but I had a
that's
bunch of
good
them,
too.
and actually, I think I wore the dress. Well, I'm short, so I'm 5'2", but I guess it's supposed to be a dress, but I was like, this is cute." I paired it with some skinny jeans,
Hmm.
and I looked really cute, and I went downtown Chicago like, "Hey," and I
Hmm.
felt really good in it, and I
Yeah.
never thought about the white button-up shirt being, like, a part of my, like,
Staple. Yeah.
collection, but
Hmm.
yeah, let me start talking like a
Fashion
fashion
session.
person, like my staple. But
The fashion tape.
it
Yeah. Some people say it's
definitely
part of your capsule collection as well.
yes. Okay,
Mhm.
so you touched on designer stuff, and your girl
Mhm.
is not at the level where she can splurge on $700 Gucci loafers or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
but you in New York, so I know you got the tea, honey. Spill the tea
Of
on the
course.
designer deals and stuff.
Okay, yeah, sure, I can tell you. So a lot of the times I look at designer, if you cannot afford the designer, it is still good to look because a lot of the fast fashion trends like the Shein and the Fashion Nova and the, all the people that follow after, they get their trends from the top. So if you go through, let's say Bergdorf, Neiman Marcus, Saks, Nordstrom, go through that, sort high to low, and just see what is trending. And then the way you get the designer deals is you sort low to high. So anybody can shop at Bergdorf. Anybody can shop at Neiman Marcus. Anybody can shop at Saks. I gotten some of the best deals from Saks that were about the same price as Marshalls. So you sort low to
Mm.
high. Yeah, you put in your sizes. So like your shoe size, your dress size, your shirt, your pants, put in your sizes low to high, and you'll see the deals start coming up where you'll find quality stuff in your size. And it's not like you go and you get something that's a budget on Burlington. The buttons could be falling off, the threads are loose. It's cheap. This stuff is not cheap. It's not cheap quality. These are quality things at lower prices. It may not say Gucci on it, but you know what? If you look through it closely, you'll see that some of their trends mirror the high-end designers, and you'll have a quality garment. A lot of times they have designer shoes on sale, designer handbags on sale, designer sneakers on sale. Like you'll be able to catch those deals. Now, what I will tell you is that when you see something that is designer that you like, you need to be prepared to buy it right away because they sell out very
Mhm.
fast. The things that you want, most likely a lot of people want. So be prepared to buy right away when you see the things that you like. And also kind of think about what your budget is. So you might be able to find a $30 dress easily at Burlington. With these stores, maybe you'll go up to say, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to go up to $80? Are you willing to go up to $100? For designer shoe, are you willing to go up to 300? Like, built in what you realistically can go up to because you are going to get your money's worth and more.
Girl, I'm on my phone right now looking, and I said, "Wait a minute. I didn't know it was a Saks downtown," even though I should have known it's a Saks downtown, but girl, Imma be looking 'cause I like a
Yeah,
little nice
but most of the
here
stores are
and there.
online. Most of the deals
Okay.
are online. If you go in there, you may not see anything. But you know what? Another hack. If you are under a size 12, you can shop in the junior section in these stores. Now, you cannot buy everything. You cannot buy, yes, you cannot buy everything, but you have to go there. Don't ask them for clearance because they're going to look at you crazy. Nobody's going to want to help you. But
Mm.
ask them for the jewelry, the costume jewelry in the junior section is the exact same jewelry in the women's section. So costume is costume is costume. Go to the junior section, get you that necklace at Bergdorf or Saks. It's the exact same thing.
Oh my gosh, girl, you just
Mhm.
done dropped the tea on us. I'm over here. Look, you got me really thinking I can go and, get some stuff.
Yep.
So I know you have a message where you say every woman deserves to feel beautiful. And I just absolutely love that. Like, regardless of age, size, work schedule, personal commitments. Can you talk a little bit more about why that messaging is important to you?
Sure. Well, that messaging is super important to me because I remember, I mean, it's hard to imagine now when you look on my social media, my website, that I was at one point didn't have this style, but at one point I did. At one point I did not have a sense of style. I did not have a sense of direction. I was just, I was a wife. I'm divorced now, but I was a wife. I was a mother. I was a corporate executive. I was volunteering at work. I was on the PTA. I was doing all these things. And I remember how I felt. I remember how I felt when I felt like my worth was equivalent to the stuff that I was doing for other people. And I acted like it was fine, but it wasn't fine. Like, I felt horrible. I didn't feel like I was worth anything. I didn't feel like I was worth doing good things for. I didn't feel like I wanted to dress in a certain way to make me happy because I'm like, it doesn't matter. I have to do these things for these people. So in retrospect, I remember that feeling, and I remember how much better I felt when I pulled myself out of it and started dressing like I wanted to dress, and with the color scheme that I wanted to wear and the fit
Yes.
that I wanted to wear. I dressed for my body type. And I did feel a lot better when I was able to connect with my style identity. I do have a freestyle masterclass coming up on December 21st to help you connect with your style identity. When I connected with my style identity, it was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. I feel like as free as a bird. I feel like I could fly because I finally could connect with who I am. And it's easier for me to shop now. It's easier for me to say what I'm going to wear versus what I'm not going to wear, how I'm going to wear it, where I'm going to wear it to. And then it brings a sense of confidence. So I want women to feel that. Also, the second piece of it is plus size women. I am not plus size, but I do have family and friends that are. And I am aware of the struggles that are faced in the plus size community, because I think that, regardless of your body type, you should still be able to feel youthful and beautiful and sexy. And I don't know if that's always present and easily accessible to the women in the plus size community. Now, there are a
It's
lot more
not.
options. Yeah, and not, but for one, let me tell you, Target is amazing with plus size. I've had,
Yes.
yeah. So there's a few places that are really, they're on the target with the plus size market, but that isn't something that as a plus size woman you would have to dig for. And that's not fair. Like, just because you don't wear a size 8, because that's usually like the 8 or 10, that doesn't mean that you should wear whatever matches or whatever is appropriate for the occasion. You should feel like yourself everywhere. You have to command presence. Now, what you wear to the supermarket to run errands in, you want to wear, so that doesn't matter. Like, do what, I'm a mom too. We got to throw on what we got to throw on to get stuff done. But when you are going to present yourself, public speaker, you're doing your thing out in your business world, you're presenting to the networking events, you're showing up as yourself, you're at work every day, you should feel like your true self first. And then with that confidence, then you can help other people in the profession with the skills that you have that you were going to do anyway. But you should have that confidence and that self-esteem first.
Yes, I love that. So, as you were talking, I had a question that I just want to throw out here to you. So, being that you are in New York, so say someone like me had an event
Mhm.
and I'm like, child, I don't know what to wear. Could I use your services?
Absolutely. And what I can say is that I offer a style consultation. It is an hour and 15 minutes. And not only do I help you with that one event, chances are you have 5 more lined up. So what I do is I go down the list, say, what do you have coming up? And I get you dressed as much as we can get done in an hour. I take 15 minutes to look through your closet, take another maybe 10 minutes to do your measurements. And then with that information, we start building wardrobes for the next few events that you have coming up. We try to knock out as much as we can in that hour. So that way, not only are you prepared for that event, you're prepared for whatever. It's a holiday season, it's a new year. Business women are busy in general. So I try to knock out as many events as you have coming up in that hour. And that is my style consultation. I have another style package where I then do your whole closet, which is something that takes a couple weeks, but it helps you reorganize your thinking on how you can be more strategic in what you wear. And then, of course, playing into your style identity. So I do your whole closet. I do the consultation. I go shopping for you behind the scenes. I present you with the new outfits. Yeah. So you'll have a new closet to where you can move forward differently than you have before.
Oh, girl, that sound I need to add that to my 2024 list of
Yes.
things to do because I love that. There was another question I had, but I cannot remember because you was talking about the styling, girl. You got me in my head. I'm like, "Oh, I'm about to hire hire Brenda
Do
because, I
it.
need a little help." That's
Or
the
at the very
question.
least, go to
So
my masterclass on December 21st. That's
I'm
virtual.
definitely coming to the masterclass, girl. Yes.
Mhm.
So, do you also help women figure out their body types? Because, some
Yes.
women may not know that they are an apple or think they're a pear or, do you
Yes,
go through
yes.
that
So
too?
what
Okay.
that's part of step 1 with the consultation. When I do the measurements, I do your measurements, I plug them into the calculator that I have, and then I also do your body type. So based on your measurements, your body type would be an apple, which is bigger, or pear, which is more if your weight is at the bottom, a upside down triangle where you have broader shoulders, slimmer, the typical hourglass figure. So we would determine what your body type is based on your measurements. And then in my consultation, one of the things I give you as a wrap up, I give like a wrap up sheet, is how you can dress for your body type. What styles look good on your body type? What brands are good for you? So I give you 5 styles that look good on your body type and 3 brands that I think you should shop at based on what your body type is,
Girl, I
with
knew you
considering
was
style and
good, but you are like literally blowing me away, honey.
fashion.
I told y'all she was remarkable. You are
I
amazing.
am. Thank
So,
you.
we are getting ready to wrap up the episode, but is there anything else you want our listeners to know about you? Or you wanna
um,
share anything?
Yeah, sure. Besides my free masterclass is virtual. It's coming up on December 21st. It's on a Thursday night at 6 p.m. I also have a book about my style journey. It's called Style by Independence. It's the #1 best-selling book. It is my first book. I'm so excited. You can get that on my website, stylebyd.net.
Yes, honey, and I grabbed the book and I saw that number 1. I
Yay.
say, "Oh, I was so
Yes,
happy for you."
ma'am.
Like,
Thank you. You're
seriously,
amazing.
just I'm just so happy for you, and I know you are really a dope person, and I hope one day I get to
Oh,
meet
thank
you
you.
in real life, honey.
Yeah, let's
Cause
do it. What you doing in the summer? Come to
yes.
New York. Make it a trip.
You know what? I have always wanted to come to New York in the summer, so Imma
Mhm.
have to run that past hubby in there and see what he
Yeah,
says
bring the whole
because I know
family.
New
Make it a
York is a
thing.
girl, no, it's gonna be a girls
No?
thing.
Okay, fine. That's
No,
okay.
no, no, we gonna leave them at home. Look, I'll just have to come
Gotcha.
back. I'll bring them and then maybe come back. I'll figure that out.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
let me
yes, absolutely. So, y'all, that's a wrap for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed Miss Brenda, and I want y'all to know, go and grab her book. Like, seriously, support her. She has a free master class coming up. Free. And y'all heard all the gems that she dropped. So I cannot wait because I'm gonna be in a master class too. Okay. Because I need a little help. Despite what some of y'all be saying, like, yeah, I get it together, but no, I know I can step it up. So I'm gonna be tapping in with Brenda. So, Brenda, thank you so much for
thank you, Whitney. Thanks
coming
for
on
having
this
me.
episode. Yes, girl, you are such a vibe. Y'all do not forget to go and follow her. Subscribe, like, share, do all of the things to support Brenda because we want her to be a #1 best-selling author forever and ever and ever. And we want to
Never,
see her doing red
never.
carpet and all of the things. So please go and support her. And y'all know, until next time, bye. Thank you for listening to the Unplug with Just Wit podcast. Before we part ways, remember to hit the subscribe button so we can keep the conversation going. And hey, don't keep all this goodness to yourself. Don't be shy. Share this podcast and spread the love on social media. Until next time, keep rocking that mom life with lots of Jesus and know that you're doing an amazing job, sis.